Um, Royal Rising, Cosmic Mind UV. You say what? Is where you need to be. Royal Rising. Ain't no surprising. Ain't no surprising when it's a what? It's a Royal Rising, baby. Ain't no surprising when it's a Royal Rising. Peace and abundance. Hope all is well. Only time and space gonna tell, baby. Peace and abundance. Hope all is well. Only time and space gonna tell. Ain't it, man? We gonna get started very soon. Un momento. Be patient. Be patient. I'm sharing it around real quick, sharing it around real quick so we can get real slick. And we can be as brief as possible. This is Solutions. We got Black Empowerment. What is it? Say it with me one time for your mind. We got Black. What is it? We gonna do the solutions. Because, people close to me that I hold in a certain esteem and reverence, they say, man, Cosmic or bro or whatever have you, God or whatever have you, Nehru, whatever have you. We don't talk about enough solutions, God. We don't want to get doom and gloom, Nehru. Okay, so now we gonna do a show about solutions. And I hope you share this show and support this show, being that I'm honoring the request. Isn't that something? So sit back, chill, relax, get comfortable, enjoy the beat. It's on repeat. I'm about to go share. Hopefully you're sharing as well. Make sure you subscribe. Sharing is caring. But yeah, this is solutions, man. Solutions, baby. We all keep saying we want solutions. A lot of people keep saying it. So here we are. And we got another show coming probably right after this or a little bit after this. You see what I'm saying? So that's just going to be random topics. I don't like to be too predictable. I don't want to put the topics out ahead of time. You got to come through and see what it is. All right, be right back. Damn. Whew. Some jam. Boom, 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 boom. Hope all is well, y'all. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. All right. We got a show with a bunch of solutions coming at you, B. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Make sure you donate to the platform. Make sure you circulate this around. You know what I mean? Here we go. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. They want solutions. You want stinging solutions? Here go solutions. You want stinging solution? Here go your solutions. Here go your solution. All right. Here are several empowering approaches that Black people, indigenous, copper tone, etc., people can take to uplift and support one another in a culturally affirming, community-centered way. All right, here we go. You ready? You ready? Let's take some notes. Let's record this. Let's get it down. All right, and we'll do a part 2, and hopefully we can have some of y'all on the show, so then we can hear your points of view or perspectives on how we can empower each other in solutions and things of that nature. Let's do some collaborations on solution shows, since we want solutions so bad, right? So let's do some collaborations. Okay, economic empowerment. All right, support and invest. Support and invest in Black-owned and operated businesses, cooperatives, and financial institutions. All right, group investing and cooperative economics, parentheses, like the principle of UJMA, in parentheses, can build wealth and interdependence. I don't like the word independence. Interdependence. All right. So the first thing they were saying is economic empowerment. We have to do what? Support and invest. Support and invest. Even if you don't need it. The same way people buy stuff they don't need all the time. And, you know, people will tell you that too. I ain't even need it. I just bought it. You know what I mean? How often have you heard that? I didn't even need, especially people that shop online or like TV, what the infomercial shop of people or whatever like that. They'll tell you that shit quick. It's called impulse buying, huh? Impulse spending, ain't it? Huh? All right. And we all have done it. We all, whether it's a toy for the children or whatever, you see that, hey, my man play with that shit for 2 seconds. Anyway. All right, support and invest in Black-owned businesses, cooperatives, and financial institutions. And we need to create those as well, more of those. Group investing, that means if you are around your homies, your colleagues, your associates, your acquaintance, your earth family, your cosmic family, your whomever, we should be doing what? Group investing and cooperative economics. We should not just be chilling around each other talking a bunch of bullshit all day. Huh? Trauma bonding and recycled, indoctrinated bullshit. All right? If we are not just talking, because people keep saying communication. It's about effective communication. See, this is what we keep losing. It's about effective communication. It's about effective comprehension. And then it's about effective application. Because if we just communicating, that means we just doing what? Finish it for me. We just talking. If we are just communicating, what are we doing? We are just talking. And are we having effective communication? So it can be comprehended clearly. So we can apply the data. Because if we not doing those 3 steps, me, them, they, us, everybody, us, them, they, but exclusively melanin, black, indigenous, copper tone beings. If we are not doing those 3 steps, we are bullshitting. How come we worry about the delivery when it comes from someone like me? But then when other groups deliver shit to you, it's all good. Let's answer the question. When other groups deliver shit to you that we know is fucked up, right? How come you don't say it's the delivery? How come you don't say it's all this other stuff? And when you know it's poison, when you see that McDonald's commercial, come on, and it's ba-da-ba-ba, and it's all happy, but you know it's bullshit, right? You know it's killing your fuck ass, right? But are you worrying about the delivery? But you still going to eat McDonald's, Wendy's and all that. Your pastor pimping you out, stringing your asses along, economically crippling the melanin, especially the mega churches. I did a whole show on black churches, fam, and how much money they bring in every goddamn year. Ain't it, man? Ain't it, man? That's why I did a show called Sky Daddy Syndrome. Y'all better fuck with me. The work is done. That's why I can talk how I talk. Because the work been put in. The stripes been earned. So you not gonna have me fathom or believe, because that ain't knowing nothing, that I should what? Change up what I've been doing because you ain't because most people that say what they say to me ain't put in no work. They can't show you not now video they put out. Ain't it, man? Come on, talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. We clearing 200 and something videos. The work been put in. And we not even going to include Facebook videos, Instagram videos. We not going to include any of that. We not going to include any of that work. I don't want to hear none of that shit. The same way when you put in work on something for years and motherfuckers come tell you, pipe down, tone down, you really don't know as much as you think, etc. How that's gonna make you react? Talk to me. Talk to me. Y'all sitting here listening? Talk to me. You put in work in mastering yourself, your craft, your creativity, your ideas, your whatever the fuck it is, right? And motherfuckers tell you that you should be humble, that you should pipe. I'm not saying be over egotistical, but you shouldn't, goddamn it, humble yourself down to where you act like you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Basically, dumb yourself down. Dumb yourself down. Tone down that knowledge of self. Tone down them facts, nigga. Niggas, don't leave now, because I see the views drop. See, y'all don't like when this real hip hop coming out. We gonna get back to the show, but I'm that's how this go. I was in the era of the raw comedians, the Eddie Murphys, the Richard Pryors, and all of them. They give it to you the way your ass is neat. I'm that nasty medicine your ass need, ain't it, man? A lot of people need that nasty medicine, and what? That's the most effective, ain't it? God damn. Most of the time, the most nastiest medicine is the what? Come on with it. Okay, let's get it. Mentoring and skill sharing. Mentorship and skill sharing. Elders, professionals, and entrepreneurs can mentor youth and peers, passing on skills, experience, and guidance across generations. That's for the ones, of course, that want it. We know that. So elders, you shouldn't be hoarding the skills. You shouldn't be hoarding the wisdom. You shouldn't be hoarding the wealth. You shouldn't be saying they should get it themselves. They should just figure it out themselves. That ain't what these group and all of these other powerful, quote unquote, powerful family and billionaire motherfuckers do. That's not what they do, bitch. Huh? So why the fuck are you doing? Huh? But then say, we want to be successful. How you want to be successful? How? If you withholding skills, if you withholding wisdom, if you, of course, we're saying to the youth, they get it and want it. If you withholding mentorship, if you withholding experience, if you withholding guidance, righteous guidance, then how you want them to be successful? Okay, let's go to number 3. Community organizing, building grassroots networks for mutual aid, building grassroots networks for mutual aid, political education and or knowledge, political, because we did a show about education versus knowledge, ain't it, man? Did we not do a show on that, Cosmic? Did we not do a show on the differences between education versus knowledge, ain't it, man? Huh? The work ain't been done. Yes, it has. You ain't tapping into it. You don't share it like you share everybody else shit that's popular because you're a fucking bandwagoner. What they call in the streets a dick rider. What my Jamaican brother? Dick rider. Huh? Yeah. Political education and or knowledge and civic engagement, and help communities advocate for their interests and needs effectively. Education and or knowledge incentives, creating and supporting culturally relevant educational and or knowledgeable programs, tutoring, and literacy incentives empowers individuals intelligently and intellectually and spiritually. Mental health support, normalizing therapy, holistic therapy, and things of that nature, healing circles, and spiritual wellness. Now, a lot of melanin and black indigenous people have these, but they use them as crutches. They use them as trauma bonding sessions, but we're not going to get into that because people going to act like that don't be going on. Okay, so because you're not supposed to talk about what actually be going on. You're supposed to act like it's not going on to keep talking positive, right? Okay, so let's keep talking positive. And spiritual wellness practices tailored to black experiences helps foster emotional resilience, all right? Art and storytelling, elevating black and or indigenous copper tone narratives through music, literature, film, and oral history, preserves culture, challenges stereotypes, not judgments, because a lot of people say that you're judging me. The word is stereotype. Okay, let's use the proper word so we can have a clear dialogue. All right, so we can clearly know what we're talking about. They didn't say challenge, judge. They said stereotypes. Okay, all right. It preserves culture, challenges stereotypes, and inspires pride. Okay. Land and food sovereignty. Land and food sovereignty. Land and food sovereignty. How many of y'all personally have I approached about land all of these years and y'all have been bullshitting? How many of you, whether I know you a lot, a little bit, a smidgen, we know each other through the media, we know each other personally, we know each other physically, we know each other. How long? How many of you have supported my GoFundMe for a self-sufficient community? How many of you have donated? Please don't talk to me about putting in no work, please. Please do not talk to me specifically about putting in no work, please. It's been the lack of support. It's been the lack of investing. It's been the lack of you putting your hand in your pocket or on your phone, however you do the payment, and you transferring the funds. Us circulating the money. Us investing. I've been hearing shit like the reason why you want to celebrate birthdays every year. The reason why you want to go on these bullshit vacations every year. The reason why you want to celebrate these holidays every year. But then when I come around and I share my GoFundMe, not one of you have supported yet. But then you will fake say it's me. You will fake say it's my presentation. You will fake say it's doom and gloom. You will fake say it ain't no solutions out there, Cosmic. You haven't put solutions out there, Cosmic, but have they supported the goddamn solution, Cosmic? Have they shared the solution, Cosmic? Have they referred investors to the solution, Cosmic? The fuck no, they haven't. Please stop insulting Cosmic's intelligence, because you aren't. Please stop doing that. That really pisses me off. That really irritates me. Because you're not getting over. You're getting under. Oops. Cosmic, has any of these homies, has any of these people that smile in your face, have any of these people that call you Nehru God, homie, bro, have they donated to your GoFundMe the fuck yet? No. But they will they will critique you about your shit that you putting out. Huh? They will tell you that you didn't put solutions out, Cosmic, but did they tap enough into the solution? Huh? Stop talking that shit to me, B. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm on live, baby. I'm on live. I'm on live. I'm doing a live show, mama. Love you too. All right. Don't want to hear that shit. Not one time. Not one time. Not one time. Ask Cosmic how many people have recruited him to work on land, to be part of their project. They don't follow up. They jump ship. They bail out. Ask Cosmic that. Huh? Yeah, it is solution. But I'm gonna tell you the solution's been already there. That's what I'm emphasizing to your brain. That's what I'm emphasizing to your brain. Huh? Do you get it? The solutions have already been put there. The GoFundMe was already created. it was shared to everybody I know personally. Did they support it? Is what I'm asking you. It's not no lack of solutions. It's the lack of support. Did you ever think of that? Did any of you ever one time in your brain ever fathom it could be that? Boy, the way the brain be working to some people. I'ma tell you the way the brain work on some people. Why aren't more melanin indigenous small black businesses thriving? Because of the what? Lack of support. Yes or no? The people you probably know personally, you probably don't buy their products as much as you buy them mainstream and other European and Chinese, Japanese, other group of people products, do you? You don't refer people to their stuff like you do others, like y'all do your job. A lot of y'all hate your job and you will refer people to a job that you hate. Oops. I'm saying the solutions have been there. Have they been getting supported the way they should be? Answer the question, please. See, we don't know how to answer these questions. Land and community sovereignty. I've been going to different brothers, whether I know them, whether they're strangers, whether they're random people, whether they're acquaintance, whether I know them a little bit. I come with an organized plan. It's in writing. It's well articulated. And I told you what the years of excuses have been. Then I watched them celebrate the same indoctrinated holidays and all this crap every single year. Then y'all will act like there's no solutions. Land and food sovereignty, community gardens, land trust, and sustainable farming incentives support self-reliance and healthier living. Legal and rights advocacy. See, I'm going to give you my freestyle because it's my show. Don't you overstand that glow and that flow? The same way them other people that y'all pump up do the same thing. They don't just come and read and then that's it. They don't just come and read to you and that's it. Stop playing with me, B. I keep telling you that. Legal and rights advocacy. Legal literacy workshops. Legal literacy. That means learning these legalese, this paperwork crap that they've created, that they pimp us and string us along with. Know your rights campaigns and community defense collectives can provide protection and empowerment. Here are practical ways Black people can practice better group economics, build collective wealth by circulating money intentionally. Go look that word up. Intentionally. That means making it a priority. Within your collective, your peer group, your community, commune with your unity. Commune with your unity. Let's break the word up one more time. Commune with your unity. Buy Black constantly. That's number one. That's the number one thing. Buy Black constantly. Make a habit of spending money at Melanin Indigenous Copper Tone, because I know how we so word sensitive and we're so selective on words now. owned and ran businesses, groceries, grocers, beauty products, or supply stores, because we know most of the other group of people own those, books, apparel, services, etc. We have to be doing that intentionally, and we have to make it a habit. The same way you go to Walmart, the same way that's the Walton family you're supporting, okay? You're not supporting Walmart, you're supporting the Walton family, all right? Let's start looking, I said this so many years, start looking at these big companies as the families that you're supporting. Start looking at these big companies that you work for, you're an employee for, you go hard for, you refer people to, etc., as you supporting another family. Let's call it what it is. Create buying clubs. Create buying clubs. Create buying clubs. Form local or online groups to bulk buy essentials. To bulk buy essentials from Black-owned suppliers. Lowering costs. So for y'all to be saying it's too expensive, this is how we do what? Lower the costs and increasing support for those businesses. Isn't that something? Support Black and Indigenous and Coppertone owned banks and credit unions. Use them for savings, checking, loans, and business funding to help circulate wealth within the community. Okay? Okay? Invest in Black startups. When the last time you invested in your nephew, your niece, or your homie, your friend, your colleague startup idea or their business, or you help them cultivate their ideas or their businesses? I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot more people that spend more energy discouraging you than encouraging you. Let's say it one more time. It will be way more people that will spend more energy discouraging you than encouraging you. Arset says, this is how we become empowered. Indeed. But there's no power without the application. There's no empowerment, whatever mint it need to be, without the application on a what? Consistent basis. Ain't it, man? Just like there's no clear communication unless there's what? Clear comprehension. And right? And then we have to apply the data. Okay, let's go. It says invest in Black startups. That means when your niece, your nephew, your daughter, your son, your whomever, they have their ideas, they have their business ideas, they have their this and that, or they don't have any business ideas at all. I need to see, more children with their frozen cups, they lemonade stands this summer. Come on, man. Come on, man. It don't take, look, a lot of y'all got food stamps. Why you don't go ahead and use those to go ahead and start a business? Why you don't go ahead and use those to go ahead and start a business? We need to circulate our services through our communities and build it up. We need to circulate our services in our community and build it up. And not only that, go ahead and pay for that. And then allow that person to do the lookout or the hookup or the discount, whichever word you use, because we use all three. You gonna look out? Can you hook us up? Can I get a discount? So allow that person to look out for you, or to implement a discount for you, or whatever have you, or deal for you. Okay, don't ask for the discount. Be doing such great business, be such great consistent customer that they are empowered or activated or encouraged to give you a discount. All right. And then I always ask most melanated, indigenous, copper tone, black, whatever you use, whatever word and terminology you're comfortable with, I usually ask y'all, I say, well, do you sell in bulk or do you sell in wholesale prices? That's what we need to start asking each other. Do you make your products in bulk and do you sell in wholesale prices? So I can start selling your products and, we can start making this money together. We can start circulating this stuff together. And that's how we get it at a discounted rate. You feel me? And still you making your profits, and then we can do our markups on the other end. You hear me? All right. And I will also suggest watch business shows the same way people binge watch different movies and series and reality shows. Binge watch Shark Tank. Binge watch, it's this show called Elevator Entrepreneur Pitch or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It teaches you, that's a free seminar on business. And then you get different scenarios, different negotiation skills. You get different scenarios that come about, different business ideas, etc. And you get free knowledge and mentorship from billionaires. I mean, why not? Offset says we need to become one body. We need to become one body. But that's the thing. We have to become one functioning body. We have to become one productive, righteous, functioning body. And then the thing is, I hate to, I don't like to be Debbie down to Mr. Grinch or whatever. However, we have to understand the levels and the plight, etc., of the severity of the psychological warfare and the generational curses psychologically, nutritionally, economically, that have been bestowed or been forced upon, bestowed, etc., upon our peer group, our earth family. When I say earth family, that means the ones that still indoctrinated. Whomever, associates, acquaintances, okay? Now, that will affect, we have to understand the art of team building. What are aspects? Let me do a show about that. That's all right. I'm gonna just do a show about it. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Don't even worry about it. This is why I be saying support the channel. This is why I say donate, because I'm gonna go ahead and do a show for you. I'm gonna go ahead and find the data for you. Okay? I'm gonna do the work for us, like I've been doing. For us, by us. Okay? I recently, and I have to tell you personal experiences, because it's the discouragement that goes on behind the scenes of people that are putting in the work. You have to understand that. It has been people that has been at some junctures begging people to, let's do a group economics, let's do an investment group, as far as to people they know, people they kind of know, their family members. They've been coming to people with their ideas. They've been coming to people with investments. They've been coming to people with this and this and this and this. They call them the black sheep, right, for a reason. Purple, orange, blue, turquoise, lavender, whatever color it is. They call them that for a reason, right? These beings, these universal beings, these cosmic beings, these special beings, the chosen one, whatever you want to say, they have they not? But these chosen ones are supposed to just continue to just quote unquote, pause, no homo fella, just suck it up and just, hey, love and light, hey, love and light, hey, love and light, while people just keep shitting on them, while people just keep turning their backs, while people just keep acting like they care, when people just keep not supporting, when people just keep insulting your intelligence, when people keep just saying, It's your delivery, but they haven't put in any work. They tell you they want to critique your content a lot, but they haven't put in any content out. A lot of these people haven't even created a channel. A lot of these people haven't created no nonprofits. A lot of these people haven't started no initiatives, no incentives, no nothing. Nothing. I can literally show you content track record. I can literally show you things I've spent sleepless nights in whatever working on to bring to my homies, my colleagues, my Earth family, investors, whoever. And I have gotten years of fucking effing discouragement. Run around, string along, acting like they was invested in, all of that is all I'm saying to you. That's all I'm saying. That's it. It's called polarity, baby. You're not gonna always just get the lollipops and candy. That's why it's called sweet and sour. You're gonna get a little bit of the sour too. That's the reality of what it is. Now, invest in black startups. I asked that question again. When was the last melanated, indigenous, copper tone black startup that you invested in? Whether it's youth, your friends, your colleagues, your family members, your associates, they came to you with an idea. They actively were working on the idea. They already had the idea going. How many of y'all jumped through your skin to invest? Is what I'm asking. How many of y'all jumped to be the solution? Because people keep yelling solutions, but how many people have jumped to be the solution? Okay. See, I be getting crickets when I ask these questions because people will yell to Cosmic, do more solution stuff, Cosmic. But then Cosmic has done mad solutions content and it hasn't gotten any shares. It hasn't gotten any donations. Cosmic has created a GoFundMe for a self-sufficient community, affordable living community. Has anybody donated? Anyone that I've donated, like I said, shared the GoFundMe with, have they donated yet? So again, we have to have some type of intellectual discernment and say, is it the fact that we don't have solutions there or people aren't supporting the solutions? Which one is it? Is the solutions not there or you are not supporting this shit like you support other group shit? See, we have to start getting a little more critical thinking. Huh? I've asked this on my Facebook Live. Do you pump up your home girl and homie products like you do these other people's groups and people stuff? Do you refer people to your homies and your friends, your nieces, your family members? Do you refer them to their businesses like you do your jobs, your other companies that you support? Do you do that? Is all I'm asking. But then people will say, we want these solutions. But are you actually working the solutions that's already there? These are the questions that need to be asked to you. This is why these spaces are created. Donate to the show, it says, going across the screen at the bottom. How many donations do you really think I be getting like that? Does my content get shared like that? Because we so wrapped up into the delivery, but people still eating McDonald's, Wendy's, all this other stuff, but you ain't wrapped up into their delivery and you know they poisoning you for a fact. Didn't they just ban illegal chemicals in foods just recently. So you know they've been poisoning you, right? But they've been doing it in a pleasant way. My bad. They've been doing it in such a pleasant way. You wasn't worried about day delivery, were you? You wasn't suggesting on how they can do their commercials better to present the poison to you. Huh? I'm just asking. Did you call their corporate office? Hey, maybe y'all should not do, or maybe you should have more black people in come. You maybe should add more, no, you don't do, yeah, okay. Now, or community venture capital to fund black entrepreneurs. It says use crowdfunding platforms. Oh, you mean such as GoFundMe? Cooperative investment groups. That means we have to come together as an actual group, and we have to consistently come together, right? Like we do for Super Bowl parties, fight parties, all this other stuff, birthday parties, all this other stuff. I need to say this too. We have to really change a lot of the celebrations. Black indigenous people, we celebrate poverty, meaning when we do weddings and baby showers, we don't pass on wealth. Sicilians, Jews, whatever, they giving the infant savings bonds. They're giving them houses. You know, when you marry, let you be luck up and be black or indigenous and marry a Sicilian, Italian, a Jew, and they actually fuck with you. Nigga, you gonna get houses, you gonna get land, you gonna get savings bonds, you gonna get everything. You gonna get shit to start you outright. Now say that's not true. Say that's not true. Melanin people, black, indigenous, copper tone, we love the look at me, I did my wedding bigger than yours. Look at me, I spent more money. Look at me. You feel me? We love the materialistic stuff of it, not the substance. Huh? People gonna go buy what? Gifts that what? Are manufactured and produced from what? Other groups of people, right? Microwaves, air fryers, all these little gifts they gonna give you, right? At the baby shower, at the this and that. They not gonna give you no land. They not gonna give you no savings bond. They not gonna give you no stock investment. But we want solutions. How do these other people get ahead so quick, Cosmic? Oh, we did a show about that. We did a show about foreign people. How do they get funded so fast? How are they just starting these stores? Oh, it's the government just giving them money. It's the government doing it. They're just giving them stuff. No. That's a little part of it. However, they practice what? Cooperative investing. They invest in each other. They give each other the startup money. They give each other the boost they need to economically thrive and get a good start out. That's what they do. They practice that. They practice that on a regular basis, right? Most of them have a rite of passage to where you aren't able to even marry into another family unless they finances are situated correct, right? So we got to even have a right. We got to get that back in order. When we loved the movie Coming to America, but we didn't get the gist of the message. I'm talking about part one. I'm talking about before it became a complete, mockery. The original Coming to America, when she's your queen to be, and there was that rite of passage. Both fathers, they were kings or rule, kings or whatever have you. The other father was bringing his daughter that was clean, etc., virgin, etc., from a royal bloodline, right? From a royal bloodline, right? This is the rite of passage we talking about. But no, they gave you the, of course, movie version of it where he want to go get a woman that's not from a royal bloodline, not that. He wanted to buck the process, and this is why we get what we have now. So now, start cooperative businesses. Start cooperative businesses. Start cooperative businesses. Family co-ops, friend co-ops, homie co-ops, whatever. Worker-owned co-ops. Worker-owned co-ops. Or community-owned stores. Allow profits and decision-making to stay within the group. Host, quote-unquote, Black Dollar Days. Host, quote-unquote, Black Dollar Days or economic challenges, because we have all of these dance challenges, all of these unproductive other challenges, but we don't have a economic challenge. Why don't we ever have those for each other? I wonder why. Organize days or weeks where people are challenged to spend exclusively with Black-owned businesses. Let's go back again. Because we do all these challenges on TikTok and all this bullshit. Organize days or weeks where people are challenged to spend exclusively with melanated, copper tone, indigenous, and or Black-owned businesses, okay? One thing I said that these other groups do, they practice exclusivity. Yes, they will give you a little bit. What do you mean by this, Cosmic? Yes, they will allow you to come and play in their NFL. Yes, they will allow you to come work at their nails, the beauty supply store, or their hotels and things of that nature. Will they allow you to own one? Will they allow you to own a franchise or an NFL team? Will they allow you to create your own NFL instead of it being National Football League, a Negro Football League? Will they allow you to practice exclusivity? I don't know. Because then they're going to say that is racist. Why would you want to just do it just amongst yourself? They're going to try to do what? They're going to shame you. They're going to use tactics to shame you so they could be included, right? Isn't that how it always happens? Huh? Do the Hindus, the Arabs, Pakistani, different groups, do they invite you to their group shit? Do they invite you to their group breaking of the bread? Do they invite you to their group masterminds? Huh? Do they? I'm just asking. Okay, watch this. I said this to my Nubian the other day. I say they even practice exclusive language. When they don't want you to know what they saying, what do they do? Unless you practice French or Japan or Chinese, Japanese, whatever, or Igbo or whatever, they're gonna speak what? In their language, so you don't understand what they're saying. Huh? So they're gonna practice exclusivity from you, whether it's culturally, whether it's whatever. Yeah, they'll let you come in and be a worker. Absolutely. They might even let you be a little manager. Now, it says one more again, number 6, beautiful number 6. That's the universal 9 if you flip it over, isn't it? Host, quote unquote, Black Dollar Days or economic challenges. Organized days or weeks where people are challenged to spend exclusively with Black-owned businesses. Teach financial literacy early. Teach financial literacy early. Salute to Dr. Boyce Watkins. He has his financial literacy school. You have Earn Your Leisure. You have We Buy Black. You have a lot of different financially based literacy, different schools and different things like that going on. I would definitely suggest that you take your children or star seeds out of these traditional facilities and put them in more financial and trade oriented facilities, okay, or establishments. Teach financial literacy early. Encourage saving, budgeting, credit building. So the only way we can encourage saving and budgeting is if we're not doing everything for our children. They have to understand. That means we have to have them. See, I'm from the era of you walking around cutting some grass or something, raking up some leaves and getting your own money up. And then see, you'd be surprised, just like with a lot of adults, you'd be surprised when it comes to children having to spend their own money, they ain't as quick to want to spend it. See, it's that characteristic trait of having to earn it and it not be given to you. See, this is how we don't create spoiled brats and things of that nature, entitled children, and then they become entitled adults and all of this stuff. So for the parents that you just doing everything for your children, you buying and you not teaching them no financial, they're gonna be the ones out here not knowing how to count no basic change. They're not gonna be knowing how to get the appropriate change back. They're not even gonna be knowing how to do basic stuff. No less start a business. But anyway, encourage saving, budgeting, credit building, and investing from a young age within families and communities. What age did you even start to hear about finances? Right? Create business directories. All right, y'all give me a couple second break. Y'all listen to the beat. Another thing I have to cover is real quick, because this things I'm saying is affecting us thriving economically and building the generational wealth that we keep saying that we want. We have to stop thinking, and I understand it. We have to, first of all, we have to understand this fact. Understand. There's gonna be scammers in every group. Let's repeat this. There are gonna be scammers in every group. Chinese, Asian, Black, European, Hindu, Pakistani, Arab. They're gonna be scammers, or whatever you want to say, manipulative scam in every group. Okay, so let's get this established and clear, because that's one of the things and stereotypes or stigmas that melanin people have. When if you were saying, yo, I'm raising money for land, I need 10 people or 5 people or people to donate, and then one of my people literally said, a person gonna think, why should I donate to your land? It's not for me, it's for something that needs to be done. It's for us. First of all, it's hard to manage a half of acre. First of all, people can't even fathom how much space 1 acre of land is. Most people don't even fathom how much room and space that is to even maintain. That's first off. Okay. Create business directories. Develop and distribute local and national listings of Black and Melanin Indigenous Copper Tone owned businesses to make them easy to find and support. So we definitely need more directories. Barter services within the community. Barter services within the community. Trade skills and services like tutoring, car repairs, or childcare as a form of non-cash support. Isn't that something, right? So you're low on funds, we can get it, we can figure it out. This is called the art of negotiation. The art of meaningful negotiation. This is what we call fair and equal exchange, right? All right. Hold group investment meetings. Hold group investment meetings. Now the thing is, you have to have a group that's going to show up for the meetings consistently. This is what I'm saying. We without excuses, because things are gonna see. This is what we have to understand too. Things are gonna pop up, fam. Miscellaneous stuff, whatever. The mission has to surpass the things that pop up, unless it's just insurmountable. Hold group investment meetings. Form quote unquote investment groups. Oh man. Oof. I'm gonna do a live in a few minutes, and I'm gonna see how much participation on the Facebook did I get. Hey Ginger, them my baby Ginger sitting out here resting in the shade, one of my cat babies, cat deities. I'm gonna see how many people give me some feedback, reply, and say, you know, I want some more details of what you're talking about, or you know, developing this investment group or whatever. I'm gonna just see how much support it actually gets. You feel me? But it says form quote unquote investment clubs where members pool money regularly to invest in real estate, stocks, or businesses together. See, this is why it's important to have family meetings as far as with our Earth family and stuff like that, other than, again, getting together for economical crippling, which means getting together for all of these celebrations and all of that when it's just economically unproductive. It's economically unproductive. And we have to start passing on wealth. I'm so glad I was from the era of my pops giving me a savings bond, or like, you know, I got to experience that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and stuff is so much easier now. You could just get online, start a niece or a child or whomever. You could just start them a little stock portfolio and already get them going. You feel me? And it's so easy. Stuff is so much more easier now. When compared to other communities, the practice of group economics among Black people has historically faced unique challenges, but also has significant potential for growth. Here's a comparison of Black community groups' economics with other racial and economic groups. Historical barriers, Black communities, systematic racism, discrimination, policies, redlining, and wealth disparities have hindered economic opportunities for Black people. These historical barriers meant Black communities were often excluded from mainstream financial systems and business opportunities, which has impacted the ability to pool resources. However, 11:11, gratitude, 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 11:11. What we have to do is we have to fund our own stuff. This is what the problem is. We, them, they, us, whomever, we keep begging, asking, begging, marching, whatever we keep we keep asking, begging others to fund our support, to fund our cultivation, to fund our empowerment, to fund our upliftment, and things of that nature. When we should be looking, that's why I say understand, we should be looking inside, inward to each other. And we have to stop what they call, quote unquote, the new terminology or whatever going on. We have to stop gatekeeping or hoarding or being selfish or stubborn or all the different varieties with the different information or wisdom or skill sets or data. Okay. Other communities, many other communities like Jewish, Asian, and Hispanic groups have historically had more access to economic resources. Well, the reason why is because they fund each other. They fund themselves. That's their first. They don't even look to a bank. They don't look to a bank. They don't look. Oh, that's another stereotype that we keep doing, getting it out the mud. Don't ask your parents for nothing. I don't want to ask nobody for nothing. I want to do it all on my own. You hear me? That right there isn't going to help expedite things. Those type of thought processes aren't going to help expedite things. So this is why I keep saying economics is a team sport, not an individual sport. This is what most melanin indigenous black people aren't over understanding. In order to thrive, in order to compete as a group, economically and etc., producing wise. Many other communities, Jewish, Asian, Hispanic groups, have historically had more access to economic resources, institutions, and networks that supported their abilities to practice group economics. That's because they fund each other. And then another thing, a lot of people will say, don't ask your moms and them, don't ask your parents. I literally did a whole show on all the some of the billionaires and millionaires that got startup money from their parents. Their parents gave it to them. It wasn't they just pulled themselves up out of bootstraps and they just worked harder. They just put their head down and just work more hours. No. Jeff Bezos got the money from his family, his parents specifically. The dude that y'all can't stand in the office, his mom's, no, my fault. The Gates dude, the Bill Gates dude, his mom's introduced him to the dude that ran IBM. You hear me? Yeah. The Facebook dude, his moms and them gave him 300,000. Huh? Some of us can't get motherfuckers get $300. 300,000 to start the book that we enjoy so much and these different platforms that we enjoy so much. Isaac Hayes Jr. right now has a melanated indigenous black platform and is struggling to keep it going. That's just like Facebook. That's just like IG. Huh? Okay. All right. Okay. They often had cohesive networks of businesses and financial institutions that kept wealth circulating within the community. Cultural capital. Black communities, despite historical disadvantages, black communities have consistently shown resilience and creativity. For instance, black entrepreneurs in various sectors, from fashion to entertainment to food, have made significant cultural contributions. But however, the wealth generated often doesn't stay within the community. Let's go back. However, the wealth generated often doesn't stay within the community due to lack of financial infrastructure or large-scale collective investment. That means lack of support, in a pretty way of saying it. But anyway, other communities. Communities like Jews or Chinese American communities often prioritize group wealth building. Let's go back. Communities like Jews, Jewish, or Chinese American communities often, that means on a regular basis, prioritize, that means it's very important, group wealth building. How often do we prioritize group wealth building? Your homies, your family members, your colleagues, people around you. Okay. Well, businesses frequently owned within the community and efforts made to circulate wealth internally through investment, education, and or knowledge and support systems. So they have a complete infrastructure going on. This is why the other groups, those are thriving. Okay. Number 3, institutional support. We just got to the institutional support. The first 2 was them. Black communities have limited access to generational wealth. Why is that though? But why is that? Fewer financial institutions geared towards their needs and often lack a critical mass of professionals, parentheses, lawyers, accountants, financial planners, in parentheses, working to build collective wealth, because most of them are working to build the other groups' businesses and wealth. You have to understand that. They got their degrees from their institutions, and then hence they indoctrinated them with what? Their curriculums, right? And then usually they go work for their companies and businesses. Usually they don't start their own firms, their own businesses, their own industries, right? Okay. Other communities. Many other communities, such as Koreans or South Asians, have developed strong institutions such as banks, credit unions, or even legal aid services. See? So that means they can fund each other not only with their initial family and friends, but then they have institutions that they funded amongst themselves, banks and credit union, where they can go get the funding from what? Beings that look like them, that understand them, that came from where they came from, have the same similar background, right? Working to build collective wealth. Okay, hold on, my bad. Or even legal aid services within their communities, enabling more robust economic cycles. So this is how this is going on. It's not just happening through magic or Jesus is doing it or no. Consumer spending power, Black communities, the buying power of Black Americans, how many times have this been said, is substantial. So the money is there, but, or however, much of that flows out of the community. So please stop asking these questions of how are we, them, they, those as a collective behind economically. That is your answer. The buying power of Black Americans is substantial. However, much of the money flows out of the community. That is your answer, okay? Studies show, not opinion show, not what you think show. People that actually study this stuff, like I do. Studies show that while Black people contribute heavily to industries like fashion, beauty, and entertainment. That means other groups of people know exactly your habits. This is how they can what? Manipulate you, maximize profit, and exploit you that much more easier. Okay, now entertainment, the dollar doesn't stay within the community as long as it does in other groups. Let's say it again. The dollar doesn't stay within the community as long as it does in other groups. This is simple stuff. This is known stuff. But are people fixing it? People keep saying the solutions. Okay, you haven't known these things been going on? Have people been practicing more exclusive spending with melanin businesses and things of that nature? Have they been making it a priority? Have you been getting your investment groups together? Have you been making it a priority? Have we been doing these things, building smart teams and collaboration, cooperative businesses and different? Are we doing these things, or are we just yelling Black Power, generational wealth? It's an actual practice to that. I keep saying that. There's a practice to generational wealth. There's steps to it. There's a practice to Black Power. There's steps to it. Not just you throwing your fist up and yelling that shit. Phew. You notice other people don't say Asian power. Anyway, they just practice it and do it quietly for the most part, but they do it in your face. Other communities like the Jew, and Asian American communities have been known for investing in each other's businesses, lending to money circulating within the community for longer periods before it leaks out. So when you hear me say, just like salute to Dr. Claude Anderson, a capital drain, your church, if it's not empowering you, it is a capital drain. If the schools, your church, your mega churches, your shopping habits, your spending habits, your materialism, your holidays, all of the bullshit that people spend money on throughout the year is a, what is that term they just said? Is a capital drain or leak out, contributing to more wealth accumulation and growth. This is what's happening in other communities. We spend more with them, we, them, they, those, the men, the women, the children, and then we take the children to them. We manipulate each other through Sky Daddy, religion. I told you they ain't but psychological pimping. I already told you that. And like I told y'all, we discourage the great thinkers. We discourage the honor roll or the whatever. We discourage the inventors. We discourage the people around us that come around with the great ideas, the empowerment, the black sheep, the purple, blue, whatever. We discourage them. People will put way more creativity into discouragement. Let's call it a street term, into hating on you. A hater, whatever. They'll put mad energy into that. How many of your friends, family members, acquaintances, associates actually put more energy into encouraging you and your ideas or your investments or things that you've been actively working on for years? These are very important questions. How long has solutions been there, and there hasn't been support for the solutions. These are very vital questions that we have to individually ask ourselves as a small group, medium group, big group, and as a collective. Incentives and movements. Black communities in recent years, there has been a resurgence of Black group economics movements, particularly with a focus on supporting Black-owned businesses, investing in education and/or knowledge. I'm telling you, there's a difference. And using platforms like social media to amplify Black entrepreneurs. Other communities. Other communities have had a more established, that means it's been there. It's been there. How are they successful, Cosmic? How are these people moving so quick? How is stuff happening? Because they'll say, how many times people that hit you with the discouragement, stuff can't, I don't even like saying that word. It can't happen overnight. Stuff can't happen overnight, but it's seeming like it's happening overnight for these other groups though. It seems like it's happening in a timely fashion for these other groups though. How is this occurring? Is it magic? Other communities have had a more established foundation for group economics. Other communities have had a more established foundation for group economics, particularly in terms of business ownership, networking, and investment opportunities. See, I came from the era of get a job. See, I was that entrepreneur spirit early. I told y'all, I've said that numerous times. And I've had way more discouragement. Or they'll hit you with go get a real job. That means go be a real slave. Go work for somebody else real hard. Not for your own ideas, not for your own intellectual properties, not for your own creativity, but go work for somebody else real hard. Yeah, I've heard what they call elders. We keep yelling about the elders, but the elders have to be wise and have knowledge of self also, and shouldn't be indoctrinated either, and financially illiterate. Telling you just go work. Wealth disparity, Black communities, the racial wealth gap. How long have we been talking about that? Different people. Is a significant factor limiting the ability of Black communities to practice group economics at the same scale as others. Let's go back. Why is it moving so slow, Cosmic? Why is the generational wealth not happening? Because we're just yelling it and we're not practicing it. We're just yelling it and we're not practicing it. The racial wealth gap is a significant factor limiting the ability of Black communities to practice group economics at the same scale. That means at the same rate of speed as others. So why is there stuff happening so fast? I just said, the median wealth of Black families is far lower than that of European families, and this wealth gap impacts the capacity for collective investment, savings, and financial autonomy. Other communities with higher median wealth, like parentheses, Asian and Jewish Americans, in parentheses, often have a stronger base of financial resources to invest back into their communities or groups, leading to greater collective economic power. So that means they are practicing it. They're not just saying and yelling it. They are implementing things and putting different things in place to have it running on autopilot, so to speak. Community resilience and innovation. Black community is like a comparison contrast. Despite the systematic challenges, Black communities have a strong tradition in mutual aid, from the Black Panther Party's free breakfast programs to grassroots collective ventures. There's a growing movement towards supporting Black and Indigenous, Coppertone, whatever have you, businesses, and collectively building wealth through networks and incentives. Many other communities have developed self-sustaining economic systems. So how are they doing it, Cosmic? How is it happening so fast? How are they just getting boutiques, salons, bodegas, all of these things around us so fast? Many other communities have developed self-sustaining economic systems. This is why they're doing it so fast. That keep money circulating eternally, not externally. We brag about the money we spend with people. Oh my God, I say this so often and it blows my top. Pause, no homo, fellas. We brag, us, them, they, those, about how many bills you pay, how much rent you pay, the designer that is owned by other groups and family members that is not your intellectual property or your ideas that you pay for, or others that look like you. We brag on so much. Do you know how much of a mental illness or sickness you got to be to do that? And how far gone you have to be to do that? Yo, what's going on? Hold on. What is all the noise? Thank you for shutting up that noise. I'm about to go outside on you. Be like, like in New York. Shut up! Okay. The Jewish community, for instance, is known for its emphasis on community-based financial structures. They emphasize it. That means what? They practice exclusive. So when they say, why it's gotta be Black only? Why it's gotta be just y'all only? Because other fucking groups do that. God damn it. Why does it just gotta be just y'all? Why it's gotta be just melanin, indigenous, Coppertone, Black people? Because that is how other groups have been thriving for decades in their own shit. The Jewish community, for instance, is known. That means it has been going on for its emphasis on community-based financial structures, as are other immigrant communities who often pool resources to start businesses and share knowledge, because that's what they are doing. So when y'all we can all just get along, why we all are the same? We are the fuck not. DNA wise, you're not. Even amongst melanin people as a group, Coppertone, indigenous, but look, don't get me started. We have differences, but we have so many similarities. We already heard in this presentation that the money not a problem. It said the spending power of Black indigenous people is substantial. So the money is there. I don't want to hear that you are broke. Oh, my bad. The famous, I ain't got it. The famous, I ain't got it. Or the famous, I'm going to have to get you on my payday. Or the famous, I'm going to have to get you next week. Or the famous, I'm going to have to get you when they can. This is the stuff that's slowing us down. That's true. We all need a little encouragement sometimes. This all set. Salute the all set for supporting, and all the others, because I'm unable to see the like who it is up there or whatever. As far as, unless you comment, you know what I'm saying. So salute to the ones that's been watching. Please make sure you share. I'm almost at the end. We're about to wrap it up. Conclusion. While Black communities have faced unique historical and institutional challenges that have slowed group economic practices, there's significant potential for growth there is significant potential for growth in this area. We know this. It's just that it's gonna be a lot of stuff that we have to do that we don't like, y'all. We're gonna have to stop being consumeristic and materialistic unless we spend it with each other. This is where the problem is at. We're gonna have to stop giving that shit to the churches, right? We're gonna have to stop giving it to the court systems. Okay. Other communities have been able to leverage culture. Listen to that. Please listen to that. Other communities have been able to leverage culture. So what does that mean? Simply, not their culture has been exploited for gain of others. Leverage culture, financially and institutional resources to strengthen their economic power. However, the recent surge in Black entrepreneurship, coupled with a focus on mutual aid, cooperative businesses, and investment in Black institutions with the S, shows the growing momentum for Black communities to strengthen group ecoeconomics by overcoming systematic barriers. Black communities can capitalize on their consumer spending power. Black communities can capitalize on their consumer. We have to use our consumer spending power as leverage, not as a crippling mechanism and as a disadvantage, y'all. And begin to build wealth more sustainably. To catch up with other communities in terms of group economics, Black people can focus on specific strategies that address both historical inequalities and current opportunities. Here are key steps that can help accelerate that process. Build and support Black-owned businesses. Create business ecosystems. Focus on creating interconnected businesses within the community. For instance, if one person opens a hair salon, another can open a beauty supply store, and another can offer cleaning services. This is what we mean by cooperative and collaborative efforts. As homegirls, homeboys, family members, colleagues, We have interconnected businesses. This creates a network where money circulates within your community, your tribe, your group, your gang, your whatever the fuck you calling it, your clique. Scale up. Invest in scaling existing businesses, whether through collective investment or mentorship. Supporting businesses not just at the local level, but however, also aiming for national or global reach can dramatically improve economic influence. Number 2, strengthen financial institutions within the community. Banking and credit unions deposit money in Black-owned banks and credit unions. These institutions are more likely to reinvest in community through loans, mortgages, which a mortgage is a dead pledge, however, and funding for Black or Indigenous, Copper Tone, etc. entrepreneurs. Microfinancing and crowdfunding. Create and utilize microfinancing incentives to help small businesses and entrepreneurs access the capital they need to grow. Number 3, pool resources, P-O-O-L, pool resources or for investment groups. Start an investment group is easy because what? We got a group of people we know, your church group, your spiritual group, your group that you just chill with, your group you gossip with, whatever. Y'all, we all got groups. Okay. Start community investment groups where Black people pool, P-O-O-L, resources to invest in real estate, stocks, or businesses. This allows for larger investments and more diversification of wealth building strategies. Real estate. Invest collectively in property. Real estate is one of the largest ways wealth is built in many communities, and collectively investing in properties can provide a passive income and increase asset ownership within the Black community. And most billionaires tell you that's how they made their wealth the fastest is through real estate. Focus on financial literacy, educate and or make people knowledgeable. Prioritize financial knowledge and or education to build knowledge around investing, saving, budgeting, credit management, and generational wealth. Financial literacy campaigns and workshops tailored to the community can improve decision making. Promote wealth building in families. Teach strategies for passing down wealth across generations. This is how we can't just say, we shouldn't just say we got to do generational wealth. We have to do what? Teach strategies for passing down wealth across generations. This is how the generational wealth thrives among generations, for such as creating trust, life insurance, and or financial strategies amongst yourselves and property inheritance plans. This can help close the wealth gap over time. Number 5, prioritize group buying power, buying in bulk. Form buying clubs to purchase goods. So all of y'all ladies that got these groups, why don't you form a buying club? Y'all talk, a lot of us talk, fellas, all these Black power Pan-African groups, why you not buying up some stuff, buying up some real estate, buying up some lots and land, buying up them trap houses, buying up all of that? All of y'all Moors, y'all 5%ers, y'all Earths, all of that. Why we not doing collaborative efforts and coming together and doing the thing, huh? All right, and bringing our superpowers together. This helps increase the community's collective purchasing power. Quote unquote buy black incentives. Make a consistent effort to support black-owned businesses and encourage in challenges. Engage in challenges or campaigns that encourage spending money within the community for a set period. Why don't we do that? I ask that again. Why don't we do that instead of having dance challenges, dump water on your head challenges, all this goofy shit? Almost done. We wrapping it up. We at the last little bit. Hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully it has been solutions. I'ma always give you my sprinkle. I'ma always give you my personal experience. Because I speak from experience. I don't always speak from stats. The stats is really just a bonus for me. I don't really need any stats for real, because I can just freestyle stuff that I know you know, and that you simply have observed over your existence. It's just simple stuff, you know what I mean? But anyhow, campaigns to encourage black spending within the black community or leverage technology for economic empowerment. Digital platforms. Use online platforms and social media to connect black customers with black businesses and create virtual spaces for entrepreneurship and networking. I have a Cosmic Mind business group that I've set up. Some of y'all are in it on the book. I would love to formulate a some sort of mastermind on here. We could do a mastermind stream, or we could have a mastermind Zoom call each week. And this is for people that's really serious and really want to do something, really want to bust a move. Okay, use online platforms. Okay, we said that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, crowdfunding and e-commerce. Encourage the use of crowdfunding platforms to fund businesses, startup ideas, or communal projects. E-commerce also allows for businesses to scale beyond local markets. Mentoring and networking. Professional mentorships. Create mentorship programs for young black professionals and entrepreneurs. These can help guide the next generation generation of leaders, and ensure a pipeline of skilled individuals, not the prison pipeline, but pipeline of skilled individuals who understand the importance of group economics. Building networks. Develop strong business networks so that black people can support each other through collaborations, partnerships, and resource sharing. This expands opportunity for collective growth. And we have to stop stealing each other ideas, copying each other ideas, taking each other ideas. Like, we really have to stop doing that. We have to stop being envious of each other's ideas. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot that goes on, fam. They call it the crab in the barrel mentality or syndrome or whatever. Curriculum development. Advocate for curriculum changes that emphasize entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and economic self-determination in schools. Or you should be homeschooling and having your own curriculum. You should be having homeschool co-ops. If you really care about the next generation like that, salute to my Nubian homeschool, full-time homeschool moms and you know, feminine energy. And we have Empress Love coming through for her interview very, very soon. Her products and different services and different things of that nature. She's going to talk about leaving your comfort zone, you know, whatever variety of perspectives that could be. It could be, you know, whether it's, you know, your home state or, you know, your comfort zone as far as mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, you know. Gratitude to you too, Offset. Thank you. You know what I mean? This is why I made this space. This space is for the real and the raw. A lot of people keep saying it's conspiracy theory. Well, this space is not for that. This space is for the raw. If you want to know the raw with no flaw, Cosmic Mind UV is where you need to be. That's why I be saying that. Okay. Okay, teach investing and wealth management early. Teach investing and wealth management early. And budgeting. Okay. Start teaching Black youth about, or, you know, copper tone, whatever have you, youth, about investing, real estate, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy early. See, they have to see an example of that in the parents or the handlers or the adults around them. If they see you frivolously spending, or lack discipline, or lack financial discipline, or you always struggling, or, you know, etc., you know, it's bound to rub off on them. All right. But if they see you thriving, you're making great investments, you're disciplined, you're monetizing your creativity, you're doing it for help and humanitarianism, your intentions are where they need to be and righteous and and that's gonna rub off as well. This builds a culture of wealth building from a young age. Number 9, and it's the universal number 6. Flipped over. Collaborate with other communities for mutual growth. Cross-cultural economic alliances. While the goal is, that means outsourcing. You could outsource. That means if we go to like African, you know, etc. You see, while the goal is to empower within the Black community, forming alliances with other marginalized communities, parentheses like Hispanic, Indigenous, or Asian communities, in parentheses, certain ones, can help amplify efforts. That means just outsourcing. That don't mean go be kumbaya. That don't mean go be in love. That don't mean go boo-boo. That don't mean go boo love, okay? We just doing business. That's it. And we doing straight business. That's it. All right? Sharing resources, knowledge, and supporting each other's businesses can create broader collective power, right? Mutual aid networks. Create or join existing mutual aid networks that provide support to Black businesses and families in times of need, whether through food, financial aid, or other forms of support. Number 10, we at a dime for your mind. Cultural and social investment. This is 10. We own 10 plus solutions right now. Invest in Black culture. Promote the arts, fashion, and media, but promote it in the correct way. Stop promoting the Eurocentric agenda, please. Stop promoting the Eurocentric agenda, please. Stop promoting the Eurocentric agenda, please. All right. In fashion and media, stop doing that. And y'all stop tapping into that. Stop sharing that. Oh, I'ma get on. We gonna do a video on the ops, B. The rappers, the men, the women. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's time to start calling it on out. We talking about boycotting. Okay, let's boycott the rappers too, baby. All of them. I don't care. I don't care. Encourage philanthropy. Establish and okay, it says up top, the last thing, by investing in and supporting Black creative industries, you're also strengthening eco-economic infrastructure of the community. So when we build a foundation, then we have to strengthen the foundation. Then you work your way up, even with a building or anything else. You build that foundation strong, then you build up the infrastructure. You understand? You understand? And then once you build up the infrastructure, you set in place things to what? Strengthen the infrastructure. Correct? Indeedy. Let's proceed. Encourage philanthropy. Establish and promote philanthropic incentives where successful Black entrepreneurs and professionals donate resources back into the community to fund education and or knowledge, business ventures, and social programs. Okay? All right. So that means creating more than one avenue of investment opportunity. This is me talking. This is not me reading. This means creating more than one avenue of investment opportunity and or options. Okay. See, if we have multiple ways to go and access or have our business plans or pitch our ideas or whatever, such as melanated credit unions and or bank. Well, no. Let's start down. Go wait. If we had family members, colleagues, acquaintances, associates, we got to start within first. So if we had these people within us around or square or triangle, whatever shape it is, us, then that would be the initial, say it with me, startup money, right? That will be the initial startup money to build the structure, right? Okay. And then if we had other things in place, like other philanthropic investors or other entrepreneurs that are more established, I've always said, and I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put together my version of a Shark Tank. I just need investors or melanin and indigenous investors that really want to dedicate to the idea, and they want to actually show up, whether they show up virtually or they show up for the actual event. Hopefully we can do it virtually, that way we can get more beings than doing it in person. And then hopefully we can do it virtually, then we can get it in person. So I'm gonna do my version. I'm gonna end up whatever it's gonna be called, version of a Shark Tank, because we have to do that. We have to do that. It has to be done now. Okay. So I'm formulating that plan as we speak. But when you're dealing with multiple moving parts, it's really on the cooperation of the other moving parts sometimes. So some people say, well, what's holding up the process? Sometimes the other moving parts. All right. Okay. Invest in Black culture. Promote. Okay. Well, we said that. Okay. If it's a therapy. Okay. Fun, education, business. Okay. Number 11. The beautiful number 11. Promote political and or eco-economic advocacy. Okay. Advocate for policy change for policies that support Black economic interests. So if we're going to go to this guy in the office, baby, or people, my peoples, we have to advocate for policies that what? Support economic Black, indigenous, brown, copper tone, people's interests, economic interests, such as, you have to be, what we have to understand about big business is you have to be, just like with universe and we say affirmations, this is how big business works. You have to be deadly specific. You cannot go in there broad. You cannot go in there with broad statements, whomever, them, they, those, or you can't go in there with broad business proposal, zoos written up or whatever. You have to be very specific because you know how they do. You feel it? Okay. Now, political influence. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Interests such as access to capital. Okay. Fair housing and business incentives for Black entrepreneurs. And I'm telling y'all, we can create all that ourselves. We can create a mastermind, investment groups, and all of that. We can cop the real estate and land, create the affordable housing. We can build a capital ourselves. We can build, or we can create the business incentives ourselves. This is what I'm saying. This is what I keep saying. The reason why a lot of this stuff is holding up, because we're what? Dependent on external sources, on external what? Moving parts, right? So if those external moving parts are moving slow, they restrict you, they don't see the importance of why you need it, etc. This is what holds up the what? The process, right? Right. Let's see. Political influence. Support Black political candidates and incentives that aim to strengthen the economic position of Black communities through legislation and infrastructure development. That's specifically not just because they are melanated or Black or copper tone or brown, etc. No, and I understand. We want to ride with them just because they kind of look like you, they resemble you, they give the mannerisms of a you. They surround themselves with beings that you resonate with, whatever have you. No. We have to study their policy that they want to put in place. That means look at political policy as like a moral compass. It's that group's or that person's moral compass. Okay. All right. So look at it like that. And then in the era of recently them shutting down the Board of Education, you would think melanin people or Black, indigenous, or copper people, for the ones that don't get it, would be happy, because for centuries and decades, even teachers, even what they call educators, have been saying that their reading levels are low. A lot of them don't know how to count. So obviously, it hasn't been doing a great job anyway. Obviously, it hasn't been doing a great job anyway. You feel? So, you should be kind of happy that has been reset, gotten rid of, Abolish, whatever word they use. Whatever word that they use. Okay? Okay, let's keep going. But it's all about that person's policies. Policies. And if you are going to be just hell bent or whatever bent on, oh, I'm going to vote, I don't care what you say, it's about the vote. Okay, but at least vote smart. At least know at least have something and policies, more than enough policies that benefit people like you or similar to you specifically. Use the vote. If you just so dead set on that, use that vote as leverage. You don't get our vote, and look, watch this. Come with some demands. Ooh, to your mayor, councilman, come in that bitch organized. Your civic league meetings, your mayor's already have a list for that ass. You think you about to come through here and just smile in our face? No. We got a list of motherfucking demands before you get any vote. Before you get any vote. And you not gonna do no blank ass promises either. If we don't see something in writing and it finalized, you not getting the vote. You not getting it. You not gonna get our block, because they call them voting blocks. You're not gonna get our vote. You're not getting it. You should do the same for your churches, for the Bible thumpers in the churches. In melanated and black communities, when we had our black town, melanated towns, whatever, the church was a financial institution. It fed the whatever have you. It wasn't for an indoctrination center. It wasn't for an indoctrination center. So that need to be the same thing for the church. If you not giving back a percentage of these tithes, if you not giving back a percentage of this building fund, if we don't see that shay, nay, or whatever, we don't see you buy her a new house. She been in your goddamn congregation 20, 30 years supporting you. Yeah, y'all gotta use that as everything. We not coming back to the church because what? We keep your church open. We keep your church functioning. We keep your bills paid. That's why you do the building fund. Without our attendance, ain't no church. And there's no you. There's no you. And use that same method with those politicians. If you do not, or don't, or won't, or whatever word you need, meet these demands, we will not be voting for you. By implementing these strategies, black communities can build on their existing resilience, creative, and solidarity to increase their economic interdependence. I don't like the word independent. And wealth building capacity. Yes, capacity. The key is intentionally. The key, you hear that? The key is intentionally, deliberately. They literally using these words. Creating systems that circulate resources within the community, empowering individuals, businesses, and organizations to invest in each other's success. What does it say? The key is what? Intentionally, deliberately creating systems that circulate resources. So yes, we did it just for black people. Yep. We just doing it for us. Yep. Your group, or whoever your group is, I'm pretty sure they got shit for you. Go over there to them. We got shit Just for us, by us, salute to Dame and John. Fubu. All right, y'all. This is the last section, and we done for today. Here's some examples of community and incentives that have successfully implemented group economics and have had significant strides in strengthening their economic positions. Black Wall Street, Tulsa. Historically, example of the most well-known examples of Black group economics. Economics is Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 20th century Greenwood, thriving Black community with a concentration on Black-owned businesses, banks, hotels. Look at that. You hear that? Black. I mean, oh my Rod. This is why I get so worked up, y'all. And this is what I'm saying. If you just fathom that, and when I be saying overall, Black people would not, indigenous, Coppertone, would not need these other groups for nothing. It says concentration of Black businesses, banks, which means we can fund ourselves in this industry, hotels, grocery stores, and even its own school systems. The residents of Greenwood circulated money within their community, creating one of the most prosperous Black neighborhoods in the United States. So yes, they gotta get rid of that. Lessons learned. The destruction of Black Wall Street during the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre was a tragedy, but it also highlights the potential Black communities to generate wealth with resources and businesses are collectively supported. Today, the idea of Black Wall Street is being revived by efforts to support Black entrepreneurship and financial literacy. And we need to have an army. You gotta have protection, man. So when they come in with whatever, hey, okay. That's why Burkina Faso moving the way it's moving. Because Mali and Nigeria came in and said, okay, we got the wolves for you. We got some extra wolves for you. The National Black Bankers Association, NBBA. Modern example, the National Bankers Association represents the network of Black-owned banks across the U.S. These provide access to financial resources. This is new to me, so I'm gonna be checking them out and getting a bunch of financial institutions that's melanated on. Yeah, I'm about to just go straight on a binge on that. These banks provide access to financial resources that can support the growth of Black-owned businesses. By supporting these institutions, communities help to keep capital circulating within the Black community, providing critical loans for entrepreneurship, housing, and knowledge. Lessons learned. Establishing and supporting Black-owned financial institutions is key to reversing the historical lack of access to banking services. That's what I'm saying. Create it. Don't even keep asking these outside groups of people. That's all. Get access to the ones that look like you, especially the marginalized communities. The NBBA helps amplify the role of Black-owned banks in empowering communities. The Black Entrepreneurs Network, BEN. Modern example, BEN is a community of Black business owners and entrepreneurs who share resources, advice, and networking opportunities. By providing a platform for mutual support, BEN enables its members to collaborate and grow together. This network is particularly useful for entrepreneurs looking to navigate business challenges and find partnerships with others who understand the unique struggles and opportunities within Black entrepreneurship. Lessons learned. Business networks and mentorship programs
like BEN, provide entrepreneurs with the tools and connections needed to thrive. Collaboration and support are key in helping Black-owned businesses overcome barriers to success. Number 4, Cuatros, the collective impact model. The collective impact model. Black-owned Brooklyn. Modern example, Black-owned Brooklyn is an incentive aimed at revitalizing the Black community in Brooklyn, NY, by creating a network of Black-owned businesses. They use collective marketing, cross-promotion and community building to ensure the money spent in Brooklyn stays in the Black community. Local businesses are encouraged to join the movement, creating a strong collective presence in the area. Salute to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, we go hard. Lessons learned, collective marketing, and cross-promotion are powerful tools to amplify reach of small businesses. By working together to promote each other, Black entrepreneurs can expand their customer base and increase their economic footprint. That's what I was saying. If you got entrepreneur friends and you got a large following, that's just a simple example. You got a large following on Facebook, let them go live on your page, and then vice versa. Allow them to go, and you go live on their page and they go live on your page. And that's how you cross promote each other. It's simple. This stuff is so simple. 5, the collective cooperative investment fund. I hope y'all writing this down. The BCIF, the Black Cooperative Investment Fund. All right. BCIF. Modern example, the Black Cooperative Investment Fund in LA focuses on providing grants and low interest loans to Black cooperatives and worker-owned businesses. This fund helps facilitate economic self-sufficiency by supporting businesses that are collectively owned and managed by Black people. It also offers financial literacy programs to ensure the long-term stability of these businesses. That's a beautiful thing right there. I'm gonna holler at them. We're gonna do some collab. I'm gonna see if I can get one of their representatives to come through and do an interview on the show, and come do a show, come do a fundraiser, come do like those call-in fundraisers they do on the marathon, fundraiser marathons and all that. Yeah. Lesson learned. Hold on. Lesson learned. Cooperatives where members share ownership, and control are a sustainable. Excuse me. Oh, I got to stretch out. Okay. Hold on. Where members of the sustainable model for group economics are a sustainable model for group economics. That means if we come together as an investment group, everybody put in the same amount, and then we can share the same equity in the profits. Okay. BCIF shows how financial institutions can be used to invest in the growth of cooperative businesses, which not only foster economic interdependence but also promote community solidarity. All right, y'all, we almost did end. I got a few things to do today. I got stuff to do today. The Black Food Sovereignty Movement. Ooh, I gotta find y'all. The Black Food Sovereignty Movement. Please be writing this down or play this back if you need to. These are the ones, baby. I'm bringing you the funds. You know what I mean? Hold on, y'all. God damn. Y'all not going to distract this shining, baby. You're not going to distract this, baby. You ain't going to distract this, baby. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. You're not going to distract this right here, baby. Okay, be quiet now. We ready? Got it all out? Okay. Now, you're not going to distract this. Okay, the Black Food Sovereignty Movement. Modern example. Across various cities, the Black Food Sovereignty Movement is focusing on reclaiming control over food systems by creating urban farms, community gardens, and cooperative food businesses. Incentives like the Detroit Black Community Food Sovereignty Network. Now you're gonna have to write all these letters down because they have a abbreviation. DBCFSN. Okay, that's the abbreviation. DBCFSN. Aim to provide healthy. That's the biggest thing too. People be saying about food, but is the food healthy though? Healthy, what does it say? Healthy culturally appreciate food within Black communities while also creating economic opportunities through job training, land ownership, and cooperative food ventures. That is a beautiful thing. I'm gonna be reaching out to y'all too. You see what I'm saying? The Detroit Black Community Food Network. Food Security Network. All right? DBCFSN in abbreviation. Lesson learned. We almost at the end, y'all. Controlling critical resources like food can empower communities to become more self-sufficient. Investing in local food systems creates job opportunities, promotes health, and ensures that wealth generated from food production, you hear that? We're producing it, right? Stays within the community, right? Oh man, that's some good stuff. The Greenwood Avenue Project, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's get it. Modern example, that means today is going on. In Tulsa, efforts are underway to rebuild Greenwood, the Greenwood District, the site of the original Black Wall Street. One of the central goals is to support local businesses through cooperative efforts. That means they need your support, especially the people that's in the initial proximity, okay? Black people, indigenous copper tone, baby, all right? Including co-working spaces, incubators for startups, and investment in Black-led enterprises. Lesson learned. Community rebuilding efforts after economic loss require intentional investment in local businesses and resources. Strategic partnerships between community members, government and private sector investors can help restore economic prosperity. I wouldn't get it from the government, you know what I'm saying? Because if you do the history, more than likely they was a little bit, it was a lot of part of the reason. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, go check out my show on Blacktown. So Black Lives Matter, BLM, and economic justice advocacy. Now, that's something I don't really fuck with, so I ain't even gonna give you that. Key takeaways from successful examples: collaboration and networking. This is basically an overall review, and we're gonna be about it. Collaboration and networking. Black businesses, whether in Brooklyn or Tulsa, have thrived when people work together, share resources, and support one another through networks and coalitions. Number two, supporting financial institutions. Black-owned banks and or credit unions help to provide access to capital that many Black businesses need to start and grow, ensuring wealth circulates within the community, okay, on a consistent basis. Number three, investing in the next generation. Many successful incentives involve mentorship, education and or knowledge, and community programs that empower younger generations to become financially literate and entrepreneurial. Number four, leveraging technology. Not saying how bad it is, how effed up it is, or whatever. We understand, we get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in how we use it, ain't it? Leveraging technology. Platforms like crowdfunding, e-commerce, and digital directories, etc., like Black-owned Brooklyn. I'm gonna go follow them big pages too, and we gonna start. Hopefully, I'm gonna reach out. I ain't gonna hope I'm gonna reach out in the inbox. Help amplify and promote for consumers to find and support them. All right. Last one. Number five, revitalization of historical economies. Revitalization of historical economies. Revive. Now, some of them are a little bit harder because you would have to petition whomever at whatever level to get some of the Black towns that's underwater, the water pumped out of the lake that was man-made, and to be able to restore that, you would have to be able to get access to said area, right? So they just, in Brooklyn and in Tulsa, whatever, they just happen to not, get flooded to where they can get access to the area. So these other Black towns, Lake Lanier and all of the towns that's underwater, we need you to go ahead and pump that water out, use it for somewhere else, use it for something else meaningful. But we need to get access to those Black towns, indigenous Capitola Black towns that's underwater, and still a lot of them, they're still intact. And when I did that show, again, to this day, there is reports, like people have individually reported it. You feel me? And then the person that they reported it to, of course, they gave out the public, consumption. It's been public reports that people that fish or swim or whatever, they've been pulled underwater. Feel like they've been pulled underwater at these specific lakes that they flooded that are Black towns under them. There has been recent reports that people went la 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 la, I'm swimming, la 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 la. All of a sudden, your ass go underwater. And it's not a shark, it's not an alligator, it's not a crocodile, it's not none of that. There wasn't reports of, it's a sea monster. No. It's been reports recently that people have seen entities walking on water towards them. There has been recent reportings of sightings, la 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 la, I'm fishing, I'm in my boat doing a canoe or whatever floating device, I'm in la 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 la, and you see and well, of course the other groups might not know, but you see some type of entity walking on water towards you. There has been recent reports of people saying that there has been spirits or something that they have seen on their vessels or their boats that they've been on. There has been recent reports of drownings in these lakes. Do you really think that you are going to go somewhere? I've said this before. I get passionate because this is really something to be passionate about. Do you, them, they, those really think you gonna go to somebody's thriving area, right? You gonna bomb it, you gonna flood it, you gonna whatever, you gonna put it underwater, right? Then you gonna make a man-made lake over top of it, right? Then you gonna put that man-made lake as in the school system's curriculum, right? Because a lot of us learn these different lakes, right? But we didn't learn the background of these lakes. Oh yeah, you got a pop quiz and a test on the lakes. These different lakes. And you better not fail the test. But they didn't tell you how these lakes were developed. Some of these freeways we love and these interstates of freeways enter the state. Oops. Some of these freeways, freeway, went through a lot of black communities, melanated black towns. Right? And I know some people say, why you keep I'm bringing up this specific history is because it affected trillions of dollars in wealth. It affected us as when they say, oh, melanin indigenous black people are the top, within the top 10 of spenders or consumers. No, we would be in the top 10 of wealth as a group. We would be the top 5 if we had a thriving Seneca Village. We had a thriving Oscarville, among other Rosewoods, among others. If Tulsa was still going. Why are you passionate about it, Cosmic? Because it's created these decades and centuries of what? Generational curses, economically and financially, that we talk about so much. It's created the quote unquote wealth gap, right? It's created that, correct? Universal principle, cause and effect. So I'm just saying the effects of it. And so what I'm saying is, yes, salute to Brooklyn. We go hard. Salute to other incentives that you can get at you reviving and restoring the areas. And I know people say that's hindsight and hearsay, 21 hearsay. However, again, it shouldn't have been discouraged in the first place. It shouldn't have been sabotaged in the first place. You know the sundown town still exists. I'm going to say it again. You know the sundown town still exists. I'm going to say it again. You know the sundown town still exists and still are thriving. Correct or not? Correct or not? Correct or not? So when these other towns of melanin, indigenous, copper tone, black, or whatever your thing is, descent, was thriving, not barely making it, not survived. See, all of this stuff has been created. Survivor mode, just getting by, just pull yourself up by the bootstraps, work hard. All of this stuff has been psychologically created. The dependency has been created. How has it been created, Cosmic? So yes, these have been the solutions. Well, we have to have the what? The polarity in order to what? Strategize properly. If we don't see the factors that could be challenges, right? Or that could be oppositions, right? How do we strategize properly? They definitely are silly around. Can you be more specific? I don't know what that one means. They definitely are silly around, unless I'm just reading that wrong or something. Okay. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I guarantee you on somebody's school curriculum, yeah, they taking a test right now on some bullshit ass lake that was man-made for so basically, now watch this. Let's put this, I need you to grasp this in your brain. I need you to process this. Someone came to your thriving area, right? Just so they can create a lake to have fun in. Let's really grasp this now. Somebody, them, they, those, multiple motherfuckers, bombed, undermined, flooded, whatever, just so they could create some shit to have fun in. I need you to let that shit sink in. I just need you to let it sink in. That is something else. That is something else, isn't it, man? So, anyway, this has been the Cosmic Mind UV show. Hope you enjoyed the flow. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you shared it. I hope you subscribe. Check out my other content. I have animations. I have an animation called Shadow Works. You know, shadow me. You know how people say you got to do shadow work? I made an animation, character named Shadow Works. You know what I'm saying? We had the first episode 1, Shadow meets Shadow Works. You feel me? And then we got what we call extraterrestrial episodes with the melanated or black or indigenous or brown aliens, or what they would call extraterrestrials. You know what I'm saying? I got maybe one through 4 episodes. Episode 1 is the arrival. You feel me? So, you know, we do animations as well. So we do have children friendly, or just, you know, just consumer friendly overall varieties of offerings and content. So we have it this way and through streams. We have it through the lives, through the Facebooks and everything else. And then we do have the animations. So make sure you check out my YouTube page, all of the content. We have Empress Star, my apologies. Empress Star coming through. She has a show and a live stream and a live coming through and available coming up soon on getting through or breaking through or thriving or whatever have you through out of your comfort zones. Make sure you're on the lookout for that. What else? Like I said, I would love to do some collaborative interviews and or live streams where we can have a multi-panel and we can, you know, just bounce around some ideas, have some think tanks, masterminds, or whatever we want to call it. I'm definitely open to those suggestions and those ideas. If you would like to do a show on Cosmic Mind UV, make sure, if you would like to do a show on Cosmic Mind UV, you would like to do an interview, if you would like to promote yourself, you would like to promote your brand, if you would like to promote your etceteras, then make sure that you contact us on the business line right there at the bottom of the flyer, and let's get to it. All right.
Let's circulate the funds. Let's circulate. Let's circulate. Let's circulate. Y'all make sure y'all check out faithful member Grand Sheik. We have I got a link. I will link with him to do a few more interviews. But we do have 2 interviews on my page, private versus public, and we have another interview as well. So y'all make sure y'all go check out his programs. You know, that programs are, you know, the things he has set in place. You know, for you know, debt stuff, credit correction, these different type of things. So as far as status correction, yeah, he can help you out with all that. You see what I'm saying? Let me see. I got another one right here. Credit referral agents. He does that as well. Also, my brother Hirsch Dirt. He does taxes. HERSH space DRK Hirsch Dirt. He's an accountant. So an accountant. If you need your taxes done right, getting the maximum returns back, all that great stuff, check him out. Like I said, Empress Love, she'll be coming up with all of her new products and services soon. So make sure you look out for her different services she has for yoni and different feminine hair products and different intellectual properties and spiritual services and things of that nature. Let's see, what else, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed this. The next show, I'm not for certain because I have a lot of topics written down. So it's just, you gotta just come through, put on your notifications, and guess what? Say it with me. Cosmic Mind UV.